To wrap up the boxing talk, I just want to make a couple of statements here. And if you would like to comment at the end, Adrian, you're more than welcome to. If not, that's perfectly
Yeah.
fine. But I'm going to wrap this up because I just got to get this off my chest.
Talk about
What we saw Saturday afternoon is case in point and exhibit A, B, C, all the way down to goddamn Z. Why boxing is dying and why boxing will never touch or reach the UFC ever again. Okay?
it.
From let's talk about before the fight. The press conferences absolutely suck. Boxing press conferences suck. There
It's
are
weird.
too many people. There's too many people up there that I don't care what they have to say. I don't want to hear from a 90-year-old Bob Arum who could barely put a freaking sentence together. No offense. I know he's goddamn rich and stuff, but I don't care what he has to say. I don't care what the excellency of Saudi Arabia. I don't want to get shot down right now, but I don't care what he has to say. All I care about, and no offense to John, I definitely don't care what John Fury has to say anymore. I don't.
Thank you. That was what I was trying to get into.
I don't, buddy. I know you want your 5 minutes of fame because your son is the goddamn best heavyweight boxer on the face of the earth right now, but you got to stop it. You got to really stop it. And I don't care what Dewey Cooper has to say. I don't care what any of these guys have to say, and no disrespect to any of them. The only people I care to hear from are the two men that are going to be fighting against each other. That's it. Mm-hmm. So press conferences in boxing absolutely suck. They're terribly done and terribly run because everybody just wants their 5 minutes of fame. Everybody just wants their face to be up there. Number two, the weigh-ins suck for the same exact reasons. There's too many people there. It's all crowded. It's not done well. It's just absolutely terrible. You look at how the UFC does press conferences, how the UFC does weigh-ins, and you look at how boxing does them. It is a drastic difference, night and day, of how an elite company does things and how a bottom franchise does things. That is night and day. And finally, Adrian,
I just saw your last point, and I was you took the words right out of my mouth and put it right on my screen.
Be sitting. I'm not even exaggerating. I was in Foxwoods the day of this fight, right? I got there early. I wanted to get there early because I thought this match was going to go on, in the middle of the day, right?
Yeah.
We were sitting there between the co-main event and the main event. It was about an hour and a half difference. We were sitting there waiting. They had music performances from I don't even give a fuck. I don't care. Da Baby, Lil Baby, that baby. I don't care. The woman, Dua Lipa, whoever the fuck it was. I don't know who it was because I don't care.
Woman.
When
the baby, the woman, doesn't matter.
When I'm tuning in to a goddamn boxing match, a boxing event, that's what I'm paying to see.
Boxing.
I don't pay to see a goddamn music performance or a concert. So please cut it. And an hour and a half is ridiculous. I mean, it's ridiculous. That is the final reason, the nail in the coffin, why boxing is dying, because they try to get too cute with shit. They try to put smoke and mirrors. And listen, I'm a professional wrestling fan till the day I die. It was my first love, and it still is one of my loves. I am all for a great grand entrance, right? But the entrances in boxing, they fucking suck. Go watch a WrestleMania entrance of a John Cena, Shawn Michaels coming out ziplining and stuff like that. Even Logan Paul in wrestling. His entrances are great. In boxing, they're terrible. They're so bad. They're not done. You had Ngannou and freaking Fury, Adrian, I kid you not, sitting on thrones for over a minute, just sitting there. Just sitting there. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of this. This is why boxing is dying. And Dana is completely right, where it's every boxing event is a going out of business sale. Everything is buy one, get 50% off. We have to sell. We have to give you This is why, those reasons are why boxing has been defeated and we'll never see the UFC again. It can kick rocks and eat their dust. I end my case. Oh, you want to comment?
I'm gonna just add a little bit to that. I'm gonna add a little spice to that
Go right
rant
ahead.
here. Just to do it to him. I think that just the UFC probably could take a little bit from the little entertainment aspect and the smallest bit, like you said, with the wrestling. But I think that with the whole deal with Endeavor, that they'll start doing that along the line with WWE being a part
like
of the brand.
Entrances, you mean?
But yeah, not really with entrances. Maybe with like between fights. Maybe like for the people that are there, we don't have to see them on the TV or whatever. Or maybe like with entrances too. Who knows what they end up doing? But they have the WWE, that whole deal with Endeavor now. So you never know whenever Vince McMahon can start throwing ideas out there and whatever ones Dana eats up.
I mean, Dana has he started to do a couple of entrances. I mean, Izzy obviously has his grand entrances. Connor has his smoke machines where he freaking tries to hotbox the entire arena with his smoke entrances. But yeah, they've done a little bit. But I hear what you're saying. Go ahead.
And I think that to go back to the main thing is that if you're there, it's a dope thing. You're getting concerts and shit. But this is
I don't even think they give a fuck.
I think that they probably don't care as much as certain audiences in probably America would have cared if they were there. But I think that
it's crazy.
I think that it gets to a point where you're just, like you said, you're bloating the whole thing, and we're not really we're around the world watching to see these guys fight, and the majority of people who are watching, let's be honest, like are how many people from Saudi Arabia are actually watching? Who knows? But how many people are tuning in from the UK? Probably a lot, because they want to see Fury fight. How many people are tuning in from the US because they're UFC fans and want to watch Francis fight? Probably a lot. There are a lot of the UFC is now global, so like this was something that is going to pull in a lot of eyes, and I think that a lot of people either walked away from the TV, turned it off, and changed it to something else, or just completely fell asleep the moment that these performances started, and it was just not a good look. I don't think it was
they made me rush to taking a shower and getting ready and stuff. I almost went to dinner with wet spots on my t-shirt, Adrian, because I ironed a little too late. I had to sit there with a goddamn blow drying the wet spots, because I'm sitting there for an hour and a half, not thinking that these assholes were going to make us wait an hour and a half between the co-main event and the main event. That's ridiculous. And you know what, Adrian?
Never have I ever seen that.
No. And you know what, Adrian? I do have to say this. That's exactly why they didn't get my money either on that Saturday night. Wink, wink, cough, cough.